Hi everyone, I am Erum Tasneem. Welcome to another tutorial for Pinkfresh Studio. I already stamped a few images from the Fancy Blooms stamp set, and I have also laid down my watercolor on a piece of acetate. I'm using Pinkfresh Studio's liquid watercolors today, which are very intense, so you need just a little bit of pigment. I will start by adding water to the area, and then I'll drop in Bubblegum Watercolor pigment. You will notice that I am diluting the pigment before applying it. What I'm doing is I am dragging some of the paint so it mixes with the water in the brush, hence diluting it. Plus the cardstock is already wet, which will help me in diluting the pigment further. I will add more intense pigment closer to the flower center as stippling. I will also add a bit of sunshine watercolor to my pink to get a slight coral shade. When I want to add a more concentrated pigment, I'll just pick up some of the pigment directly with a wet brush without dragging it out. This is fast and easy watercoloring, so I'll speed this up. In case it's too fast for you, please go to Settings, choose the speed that suits you, and don't forget to mute. For the leaves, I will use key lime first. Again, I'll apply a diluted color and then add concentrated pigment. The shade of green that I'll add is Emerald City. For the second leafy branch that I'll color, I'll first add yellow, that is the Sunshine Watercolor, so that I have a warmer, a more vibrant shade of green. And also because so that there's a variance among the leaves, and this actually looks really great in the end. Okay, so after I'm done, I will die cut this and set it aside. And now I've also die cut several of the Celebrate die. It's from the new Essentials release. It's called the Classic Words Die Set. And I have die cut this in the same cardstock as my card front, and also once in gold glitter cardstock. And I gotta show you this gold glitter cardstock. It is beautiful. I got this from Simon Says, and I love how sparkly this is, and it cuts amazingly. It's not my favorite shade of gold, but it is beautiful and looks very good. So I'll stack all these die cuts together to form a sturdy word die cut, and I also went ahead and die cut this lovely oval from the Braided Oval Die Set, and this is also from the Essentials release. Our the Pinkfresh Studio's Essential release is amazing. You should definitely check it out. There's some very, very good die sets in there. Okay, so this set has two sizes of ovals, the Braided Oval Die Set, that is, and this is the smaller of the two. The other larger one, I'll use that in the next card. Okay, so I have my card front ready, and I am adhering it to a base. And then I'll adhere the braided oval frame die cut with foam tape onto the card front. I'll then arrange the floral images, and it's at this point I thought that the card was too clean, so I added a few fine black paint splatters. I then adhered everything back on, and off camera I decided to add one more leafy branch so my card front looked a bit fuller. Okay, so on to the next card, which is absolutely similar, but I just wanted to change the layout and use the larger braided oval die. So again, I stamped one of the larger images from the Fancy Blooms stamp set on watercolor cardstock with VersaFine Onyx black ink, which I heat set for a few seconds before watercoloring, just to be on the safe side. I colored the pink flower same way but forgot to add the yellow. I'll do that at the very end when I put the two cards together and notice the difference. For the yellow flower, I'll apply water to the entire image and then add a light color wash of Sunshine Watercolor. I'll go back in again with a slightly darker pigment and make it more yellow. Then I'll mix a bit of the orange watercolor. The shade is called Clementine. I'll use a diluted version of Clementine watercolor closer to the base of the petals, and I'll keep increasing the concentration till I'm happy with the look. I'll color the leaves the same way as I did earlier, so I'm not going to show you again. I'll die cut this image and move on to my card front. Like I mentioned that I'll be changing the layout of my card. This one will be landscape. I'll first add black paint splatters to the card front and then adhere the braided oval frame die cut. Next I'll adhere the floral image plus the die cut sentiment that I've already layered. As I kept both the cards together, it's at this point I noticed my pink flower didn't match the other one. The first one that is, so I added a bit of Sunshine Watercolor. My cards are ready. All I did was added a few confetti pieces and that's it. I hope you enjoy the card making process. I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.